Tonight, it's Madden NFL football.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down, back to Sanders.
Come on.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take us down to the 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Young going to get this complete, meanwhile to Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing, Young. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Young now. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Three points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go play action with Taylor, rolling to his left. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now a 2nd and 2. Running right, here's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go, 3rd down now. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. 3-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Young throwing complete there to Mingo. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders.
Come on, dude.
Brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A 1st down throw for Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now Young. Pass out left, caught by Woods. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And, Charles, the big story of the week leading up was not really about the players, but about their head coach looking to tie Bill Belichick with a 6th Super Bowl title.
And something that just keeps coming back to me is something you said during the week leading up to this one, partner. How he continues to reinvent himself as a coach. You mentioned it's not just the X's and O's. You like the way he relates to his players, and you think that makes him special. And I think that you're right. We've seen it through the years. Each team is different. He gives them the right game.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Waddle, the motion man right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And now off to the races down the right side. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here is Young. That swung out wide to Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Taylor rolling to his right. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. So we've come upon half. One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Play action. Now Taylor steps away. Oh, and that is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
In motion left, Hardman. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. McCole Hardman, the 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run, Achane. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Dude.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Young to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Young. That is caught. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. first down throw for Young. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First and 10, Young. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 quarters in the books. 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63 in that final frame after this timeout. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Shoves him away. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete.
Come on, though.
That's Sanders.
This is such throw.
And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Sanders going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now here's Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Mingo, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Achane.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll run for it with Achane, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give, running right, Achane. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Here's 2nd down. Running left, Achane. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here comes 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still at their disposal. Here's a 1st and 10 now. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Taylor. On the move to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands?
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. Taylor out to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
Rolling to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
One of the biggest plays in Super Bowl history unfolding before our eyes. They need 2 to tie. They're going to try and run for it. And he is in. And the Super Bowl is tied. Everything was riding on that 2-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be,
Young loses it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Up the middle, Achane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 54 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. We are in true sudden death here. The next score wins the Super Bowl as they come up here on 2nd down. Down right around the 25. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And they'll give this to Achane. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game here is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my own coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is. Rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year